counting the set points?
Was it 4? 5. See, nope. I mentally blocked one out there, I guess.
She blocked the one out when she had the forehand at the net. What they might miss something else.
Yeah, that happens to all of us. I've done my fair share of those. So I was just gonna, take whatever I could get. But I just kept trying to fight, and I always had this inner belief that I could come through.
Did you sort of feel you were more or less a more solid player from start to finish? I mean, it was close, but you were more solid than her?
I think so, yeah. I definitely felt like I was playing a better level than my previous match. I felt a little more like myself out there, and I was. We had some great points. We were really both going at it, and I was just, I think, a bit more aggressive, and I think that made the difference.
What do you think's been working well for your tennis these last few weeks compared to some of the things you went through last year?
Well, not thinking about last year helps. I've really just been working hard. I took some time after Australia to practice. I decided not to play and really just try to get my game to another level. And I think that has helped. And I think playing a lot of matches as well this year has helped. Just gives me that confidence because I really didn't play a lot last year and didn't win a lot. So I'm been determined to change that this year.
Is there anything technically or tactically that's specific that you want to say?
Well, with Thomas, he loves my game and he just wants to, make it better. We've definitely worked on trying to move forward into the court and also being solid, being consistent. And, I definitely felt I could rely on both my shots tonight, forehand and backhand. And that's important to have that confidence, to know that you have that consistency.
Genie, how are you? Just curious how you're doing with all the post-concussion stuff since Australia. Has everything been okay on that front?
Yeah, thank you for asking. Once in a while, I feel like I have little lapses, and I think that's still maybe to be expected. You never know exactly, how you're going to heal from these things or how long it will take. In Malaysia, I definitely felt like I suffered some symptoms, but as I've been here in this great desert, dry weather, I've been great. And just something I constantly monitor and just trying to stay on top of.
What do the lapses feel like?
Well, I felt like I felt a little bit last year when it had just happened. I think I'm still a bit sensitive to some conditions, extreme conditions like extreme humidity. And, I had some symptoms like dizziness, fogginess, vision, kind of double vision things. And but I got through it and I'm feeling okay now. So it's just about trying to stay healthy.
What did you feel like after you survived that game and got back to 5-all in the second? It kind of went down a bit after that. Did you sort of feel maybe?
Well, I tried not to be, too happy about it because I knew there was still work to do, and I kind of, just kept my head down and kept trying to work. I didn't want to get too emotional because, she could have easily played some great games and won those games. But, when I was down 5-4 and she was serving 40 love, I was already thinking about going to the bathroom after the second set, and, I was ready for a third.
Was it meaningful for you to have the great one in your box?
Yes. Yeah, it was such an honor to have him watch. I know he came to the U.S. Open last year as well. But, as soon as I saw him in the box, I got nervous. So, actually, I think as soon as I saw him, I lost a game, and I played pretty bad, and I was wondering if he would leave or something, and I was like, okay, I have to get my game up a little bit. But, yeah, I know his daughter is an aspiring tennis champion, so it's cool that they're really into it and supportive.
You didn't know he'd be in your box? That was a surprise?
I wasn't sure 100%, and if he would want to sit in my box, but him and his family did, and they're really into it, so I love it.
You've had a lot of big wins in your career, still young, but where does this one rank sort of lately in terms of importance?
It's important to me because it's kind of on my comeback, as I've kind of called this year, so it gives me confidence looking forward. I don't want to look back. I don't want to think about 2014 or 2015 really. So this one's important. It's kind of a step forward, and I just want to keep going.
Both of you come in quite a lot. You're moving forward, coming in the net, taking balls out of the air for young players.
Yeah, I think there was some good quality stuff there. When she came in, she was very successful. I think I was disappointed in myself that I missed so many passing shots, but she did a great job of that as well. And that's what I like to do.
Do you ever have any flashbacks to when you played when you were kids in a match like that?
No, no, but I know her game, so it's I don't know. It's yeah. You kind of have this familiar feeling playing someone like that, but I don't really think about the past too much. I just I know it's a new match, a new year, new everything. So.
Did she play like that when she was 12? Did she have that same game?
I mean, same style. She's always had a great forehand, and she's always been very physical during the points. I mean, I think that's a great quality of hers.
I'm curious if you had any, I know you've someone looked up to Maria a bit coming as your career's been coming up. Just wondering what your thoughts were on this week's news from her.
I was very shocked and disappointed. As I've said many times before, she was an idol of mine growing up. So to think of your childhood idol and wonder if it was a lie, it really affected me a lot.
Do you think that's the sort of gravity you put with it, of this news?
I mean, we all don't know enough yet, I think, but to question those things is very disappointing.
Aside from Gretzky, who else would get your attention in watching in the stands, or who would make you more nervous?
That's a hard question.
Don't say.
The Prime Minister, the President. Yeah. Thank you.